Welcome back to Under the Tree. Today we're joined by a very special guest, Heather from Tri-County Office of Aging, an organization that serves so many families right here in our community. In this first segment, we're going to start with the basics, who they are, what they do, and how they support older adults and caregivers every single day. If you have ever wondered what resources are available locally or wherever to begin, this is a great place to start. Welcome, Heather.
Thank you. Thank you, Robert.
Can you start by introducing yourself and kind of your role at Tri-County Office of Aging?
Sure. Yeah, thank you. Well, my name's Heather Feudes Cordero, and I am the Community Engagement and Development Specialist at Tri-County Office on Aging. So what that kind of means, within my role, I talk about our services. I hopefully make them as accessible to the community as possible, and I also help fundraise for those services to keep them sustainable and help increase the accessibility for our programs and services so that they're there for people when people may need them most.
Absolutely. We know firsthand how valuable Tri-County is to our Tri-County area. For listeners who may not be familiar, what is the Tri-County Office of Aging and who do they serve?
Well, oh my goodness. What are we not? We are, Tri-County Office on Aging is, I would say, a pillar in this community. And we've been here for over 50 years.
Wow.
And our programs and services are in support of our entire community in different ways. Primarily, we serve older adults and adults with disabilities, but we also serve family caregivers and offer a lot of support in terms of education and engagement with our community.
Yes, you guys are you're always out in the community spreading the word about what you do, and that's great.
Yeah, the more we know, the more we can do and help each other.
Absolutely. What is the overall mission of Tri-County Office of Aging?
Our mission is to promote and preserve the independence and dignity of the aging population. So all of our programs and services, and there are a lot, they all support that mission in one way or another.
Absolutely. Your mission goes hand in hand in the work we do here as well.
Absolutely. Well, we work closely together in a lot of ways.
Yes, we do. How long has been serving the community? You said 50 years now?
50 years. Yep, 50 years, and we're planning to be here as long as our community needs us, so at least 50 more.
We hope longer.
Yeah.
I know this can be personal. What drew you personally to this kind of work and made you want to help the community?
Well, I'll tell you, Robert, I am personally always drawn to a mission, something that can use somebody talking about it. I love nonprofits. I myself am an autistic woman navigating a neurotypical world. And so I know firsthand how when community comes together and we support each other, that we can all thrive.
That's awesome. What are some of the core values and services of Tri-County of Aging and how they provide for adults and caregivers?
I think the core value would be in our mission in promoting and preserving the independence and dignity of our older adults. And the way that we do that is by leading with our authenticity, leading with actual support where and when it's needed, and being a resource for people whenever they may need us and however that may look like. We may not actually be available for all people's needs when they come to us, but we center people. We are a people-centered organization, and even if we aren't that organization for them, we know a lot of the cool kids, a lot of the programs and resources in town, and we can help coordinate that.
Could you walk us through some of the most commonly used programs for Tri-County?
Well, one of them that we're most known for is our Meals on Wheels program. And so Meals on Wheels is providing a basic need service to all of our neighbors in the form of food.
Yes.
Food access, and that can look a couple of different ways. We have our congregate dining where people are encouraged to congregate. We have our Meals on Wheels delivery service where people who maybe have mobility issues or they have some issues or some reasons that require a Meals on Wheels delivery driver means that they have a daily touch-in with people.
That's huge.
So Meals on Wheels is a big one that comes to mind. One program that we have that has a big waiting list, so it's highly utilized, is our My Choice program, which is in-home support services to help people who maybe just need a little bit of in-home support to maintain living in their home where they at the time prefer and can do that safely.
Yes, and that's one of the major programs that helps our folks here at Forester Woods, not
Yes.
only here but in their home. What are some of the specific services designed that will help support caregivers?
Oh, well, because we are so people-centered, we understand that, everybody has different needs. So we have programs designed to offer education. We have 6 to 8 week educational services that are hosted throughout our communities, kind of an ongoing way throughout the year so that people, so that caregivers can reach out and learn alongside fellow
I think
caregivers
that's
in
very
person.
important, yeah.
But to keep that accessibility open, sometimes people can't meet face to
Yes.
face. We also have a lot of online support services, online resources, including True Alta, which is a TCOA access online service that provides a lot of information to medical resources and online support. And some of our support services can be for people who are maybe caregiving for dementia family members, or if they have maybe general caregiving needs, or maybe the caregiver themselves just needs some support.
Absolutely. The caregiver kind of gets left behind sometimes. We're so busy caring for their loved one.
And a caregiver can be any one of us
Yeah.
at any time. So we all bring into that maybe a different set of experiences, and some people don't have any experience at all.
That's very true.
So yeah, we can really tap into that together.
I think that's great information. Thank you.
Yes.
What makes your organization unique compared to some of those other resources that may be in the area?
Well, one of the things that's not unique that I'm thankful for is that we have a lot of organizations that offer a lot of programs. And the more that we work together, the more that we can holistically help people where they're at. Something
Absolutely.
that does, I think, make us quite unique is that we do have such a range of services that are prepared to, again, meet people where we're at. And I'll say that me within my role, I feel that it's very unique and something that I'm very proud of, that I am very encouraged to look at community building, community partnerships, and long-term relationships with building trust with our partnerships, with our fellow organizations, with the people who may be utilizing our services, because we recognize that we are in here for the long haul.
Yeah.
And we want to make sure that the people that we trust, we bring them along with us and that we learn from each other, because that's kind of the name of the game at the end of the day.
Oh, absolutely. We all have to work together to make this
Yeah,
make it work.
we're building a culture that is person-centered, a culture that is built on trust, and it makes me excited to look at the future of what we're doing together.
Extremely bright here in the Tri-County area.
We're talking about, with our conversations, about not just aging with dignity, but longevity.
Yes.
And I think that is such a nice turn in the way that we've maybe been framing aging and thriving in our communities.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
How do you tailor services to meet individual needs?
Well, we have an incredible team. Tri-County Office on Aging, I cannot emphasize enough, is full of people who care. So some of the very first people that you would be speaking to when you call our office, sometimes people, they just know they have a need. They can't even really always put words to it. So we encourage people, just call us. We have an entire team of people called our Information and Accessibility Team. And they talk to people, find out where they're at, what their current situation looks like, what their network looks like, what planning may may be available to them that they may need to take now. We sometimes are talking to people when they're in maybe a little bit of a crisis. They're in an emergent situation. Sometimes people are able to call us with some time to do some planning. So our information and accessibility team, they have the tools to meet people in both those situations. If people are calling and they really need some help, or people are calling and they're like, hey, I know that this is coming, we're all aging.
Yes.
What can that look like in a way that's prepared, dignified, measured, and has a plan that involves our community, that involves me, that involves my current resources? What can we build out? So that is my big message to people whenever I'm giving presentations. I give a lot of information.
Yes, you do a lot of great information.
My takeaway is please call us because we are equipped to meet you where you're at. And we welcome people in whichever stage that, whatever that may look like.
I always encourage people. I'm in the community quite a bit, as you know,
Call us,
and I always
yeah.
encourage somebody if they have questions or needs to reach out to you guys directly because you, like you mentioned, have a great team that's able to navigate
Well,
all
thank
the
you,
different
Robert.
services that you have.
Well,
Absolutely.
that's very important because, you know, as we said kind of at the beginning, the more we know, the more everybody knows.
Absolutely.
The more we can help people, the more they can call when it's appropriate, and we're here.
Yes. What are some of the things people don't often realize that you guys offer at Tri-County?
Man, I talk about it so much. It's hard for me to put my finger on it. But hold on now. Hold on. One of the things that people may not know about us is how much we advocate for our community. We also have an arm separate from my role, but it's with all of the AAAs, the areas on aging advocacy. I cannot remember what AAA stands for at this point. I'm sorry. But there are a lot of them. We cover the entire United States. And together we have an organization called 4AM that also advocates for us in the here and now. And so sometimes they are advocating for what, again, thriving in our community may look like, how we can best support our home and community-based services. And happy May Older Americans Month.
Oh, yeah.
May 13th is Older Michiganians Day.
Oh.
And so Tri-County Office on Aging, along with other advocates and supporters, meet down right here in Lansing, our capital, and put forth a show in support of our older Michiganians
Very cool.
and the things that affect us.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Yeah.
I know we kind of touched on this a little bit earlier. How do you collaborate with some of the organizations in the community?
Okay, so we have a lot of programs and a lot of services, but a lot of those services are offered in partnership with caregivers. Excuse me. I'm trying to think about how to put this because there's a specific phrase and I'm blanking on it right now. We have people, for instance, for the My Choice program, who are providing the in-home support services. So although Tri-County Office on Aging has a lot of in-house case support and nurses, there are people sometimes doing the coordinated, contracted work of providing some of those supports in the house. So that means that we have a lot of agency partners that provide those services. We have a lot of agency partners like Forrester Woods that are contracted and have the ability to support some of the people that are also under our case coordination care. As a matter of fact, I was going to ask you if you wouldn't mind kind of explaining what that might look like, a partnership with TCOA.
Oh, yeah. So, again, another great relationship that we have. I encourage families all the time to reach out for that My Choice waiver program. There's a lot of individuals that don't realize the help that's out there. I give presentations quite a bit to different senior facilities, and that's the first thing I hit on is reach out to Tri-County.
Yes.
Sign up for that waiver program. You may benefit. You qualify for these services that you're not even aware of.
Yes.
So that's number one, is to give you guys a call. And then we kind of work down the list of some other ways we can help individuals.
And would this be considered a respite portion of Tri-County Office on Aging services for people to coordinate with Forster Woods, or what would that look like under your umbrella of
Be a
care?
respite. Yeah. I mean, there's families that are working full time, still trying to care for their loved one, and we were able to provide that valuable respite care for them while they're working, or maybe need to take a break for whatever reason it may be.
Well, it truly is an honor when I get to go out and about in the community and see the different ways that these programs are implemented, because it can look like a lot of different ways for a lot of
Yes, it
different
can.
people. So again, another reason why I encourage people that if they do have questions, please call, because it can look like a lot of different things. So,
Absolutely. It can open up some new doors that people didn't even know that was available to them.
yes.
Thank you so much for walking us through that. It's really helpful to understand the foundation of what Tri-County Office of Aging does and the role you play in supporting our community. In our next segment, we're going to dive deeper into the specific services you offer, and importantly, how families can actually access them. So if you're wondering what might help look like for you and your loved one, you don't want to miss that. See you next time, Under the Tree.